All right, ladies and gents, welcome. G'day guys. How are we all doing on this fine Friday? Good morning, good afternoon, always good evening. So I hope you're all doing well. Been some news about with obviously retail sales for the pound came out as per the forecast. Actually, no, it came out worse. Sorry. Well, core retail sales obviously did, as did actual year on year. So and month on month as well. So yeah, so the figures are bad for the pound. Doesn't seem to have much of an impact though, to be honest. I think now it's pushing back up. Now obviously there's a lot more going on with some geopolitical issues around the world, and that obviously has had a bit of an impact on the markets, but everything seems to have retraced to the levels it was at before things hit the fan. Shit hit the fan. But nonetheless, guys, I hope you've all had a good week. It's been a really good week personally for me. It's been a good week on stream for many reasons. Good trades, good company, and obviously the numbers are definitely going up, which is always a positive. Now, without further ado, let me take a look moving forward, and we'll start as always with GJ, and we'll start in the weekly time frame. So once again, forming a strong bullish candle. So would this mean that pullbacks will be met by support and minor time frames head back up? See what we've got in the daily, but at this stage, forming, well, it's probably about 50%. You could probably argue it's weak or strong. I would say it's a strong bullish candle. Daily, we'll look at that big drop, bouncing off this support to the left, and it's pretty much pulled all the way back up to around that support. Has no need to pull back and break its own high. But see, we're tapped in, so into that support. So again, it's just a matter of looking for where we're at on the minor time frames to see if we're approaching levels for potential rejection, or if we begin to pop above it for potential continuation to the upside. Looking at the 4 hour, so daily is still bullish, by the way, guys, as is the weekly. The 4 hour structure wise, we remain bullish. Big, look at that, big rejection of these lows, this support. I'm just going to mark it in. So we're bullish on the 4 hour. The bias is definitely going to be to the upside at this stage. It's a big zone. I'll just mark in the most recent resistance. I'm obviously approaching or at a support here to the left hand side. See what I've got though. All right, so the 30 minute is also, well, the 30 minute is, by the looks of it, bearish. Yep, 30 minutes definitely bearish. So the bias is to the upside, but with 30 minute time frame being bearish, gives us options. Really, at this point here, I think we've got some options to do either buyers or sellers. So it could be options presenting. Just trying to figure out a level to mark in these zones, and I might again go down to the line chart just to see if I can distinguish a decent area right here. Looks like it may involve this, to be honest. Drag across, I think that is the level. All right, so I'll go back to the candlesticks. All right, I'll use that. So on GJ, we still be bearish even if we pop above this level, but if we do pop above this level, may retrace further, pretty much retrace the whole move of what on the flash news, obviously geopolitical issues, and we could actually we'll come close. We could even flip the 30-minute structure if we continue to the upside. So there are going to be options. I want to see if price rejects the current level, so we can potentially head back down. If we pop above it, then we're likely going to come up to 192, 160. So if we've got the margin of the volume, obviously coming into the markets with coming close to London Open, feel we could have options to look for a potential buy above the current resistance here at this point, around that 191.843. So I'm just going to put buys above. Now, if we do reject, issue with rejecting this point here, you're running straight into another support formed on the previous candle. So what I'm likely going to do is mark in a zone here on the M30. Let's have a look at what it looks like on the 15. It's the exact same level, kind of consolidating now on the M15. So I feel it looks good for closures above for buyers, closures below 191.30 for the sells. At that point, they were breaking support formed on this pullback, with still remain bearish in structure in the M30. I think that's the best way to play it at the moment. Waiting for 30-minute closures. I've literally just jumped on the charts for the first time today, so I'm definitely not jumping straight into a trade based off the 15-minute time frame. So I'm just going to wait till London Open at this stage and then see where we're at. Obviously, if the news just been released about 40 minutes ago, just over 40 minutes ago, see how that impacts the markets at London Open. So that is GJ. Now, obviously, buys from further up. From further up, if we do reject 192.550, and if we do just begin to melt and pop back down towards the current daily candles low form of support, then it makes sense to look for potential buy options. So for aesthetic reasons, I'm just going to remove that zone and we'll focus on the current area, and that is what I'm looking at quickly on GJ. Now let's take a look at gold. I want to try to knock this all off prior to London Open. All right, so gold, obviously it didn't create all-time high, but it obviously massive push off the back of breaking news, but it's since retraced the whole thing. So let's remove the drawings and we'll start once again in weekly, and it is forming a pretty strong bullish candle yet again. So similar to GJ, be looking to see what levels we could potentially pull back to form of support above and potentially head back up towards the current daily candles high. Big retracement though, so a lot of money went into gold and it's now a bit hyped. Maybe from what I've heard, the news isn't as bad as what they first thought as far as potential war, and since obviously gold has dropped a bit off the back of that report, but who knows. So daily we are bullish, higher high, higher low. I'm really pulling back though. I'm going to mark in a low of the current candle, see what we've got below that level. Onto the 4 hour. These wicks are very difficult, not making things easy. What am I going to do here? gonna use that level, and I'm gonna obviously likely gonna have levels here at the highs. Change that to gray. So yeah, was the most recent 4-hour resistance prior to this big move and rejection, so I'm going to use that. As for support, same support as per yesterday. I had pretty much that in. And we know technically we are bullish as well. Big rejection of the previous candle. We have broken low of it, but now pulling back within current 4-hour candle. Onto the M30 time frame. And what we've now done is we've pulled back to the previous level of minor resistance. We're trying to form a support above it. Just going to mark in current level just here. Change it to blue. That's the current daily candle's low. Feel there could be good options for potential buys below it. Have we got margin to sell it below the current support? Seeing we have paused at it. Could be. All right. So here's the deal on gold. This is what I'm probably going to want to see. See, we've burst through that and on the way back down, so it kind of invalidates this zone in my opinion. So I'm just going to remove that and use that, and now we've got a pretty clean range, but we've got levels of support and resistance within it. So obviously just going to use that there because it's likely to be a 15-minute resistance. Yeah, it's just consolidation. All right, this is all right. So what I want to see for gold for potential buys, seeing we'll pull back to support. If we start to pop above this level here, I'm just going to mark it in 23.85, 29, then we're likely going to head up towards 23.91, 50 roughly. That could be an option. Now as for sells, we begin to pop up below the current support, then we'll likely pop back down 23.75 or around that level. So sells below 23.78, 70 could be an option as well. I'm just going to put sells below and buys above, and that is the gold for the time being. Hopefully that makes sense as well. And GJ closing at 15, nice closure above. Again, I've just come to the chart, so I'm not going to take it. Does look okay, to be honest. I'd rather see a tap in though than continuation. So I'm just going to wait for the 30-minute right now, see where we're at. So that's GJ, that's gold, buys above. And now we can move on to GU, which is also bouncing. All right. So GU weekly, still the same spot pretty much yesterday. Forming a weak bearish candle, it does have lower high, lower low. Still potential scope for to downside daily. Structurally, we are bearish as well. Current candle has broken low, the previous lower high, lower low, has no need to break its own high. That could be a potential option to look for buyers upon confirmations of 30-minute candle closures above. Bouncing at this level here to the left on the daily. That is why it's being a little bit stubborn on that weekly time frame. 4-hour in a downtrend as well. Current candle pulling back up. If it breaks the high of the previous, we may have room for continuation to the upside. I'm just going to mark in most recent resistance, and as for support, it is a level on the to the left, so I'm going to use this and see how I can adjust it on the 30. All right, so I'm just going to adjust this to the lows. So the 30 minutes bearish across the board on GU. Now, where I would start considering buys, it becomes cleaner once we pop above that current daily candle high. Like I said, we have lower high, lower low, have no need to pull back up and break our own high. At that point there, not only that, we'll also we'll be flipping M30 structure bullish once we pop above the level here at 1.24427 to be exact. So for me, I'd want to see closures on the M30 above that level there, and I'd be buying it. Otherwise, what I'd simply be doing is waiting for price to pull back, look for once we're pulled back and we start to form some rejection, it could be at this level here and at 124.30, 124.320, or a little bit higher up, 124.4. And if we begin to reject, then I will be looking for my sell options anywhere really below that level. Seeing we're pretty much tapping into a previous level of support here to the left, we'll begin to reject at any point. Further sell options, below the previous daily, the current daily candle's low upon continuation. You're just grabbing liquidity before London Open. I think closures below this level, and then potential entries as it begins to break the low of the previous, the current daily, keep saying the previous, current daily candle's low. Anything in between at the moment, probably not all that keen. I mean, 30-minute closure at this point, probably look for a buy at London Open. As long as it creates the upper wick, taps into the resistance it's just breaking, and it maybe give you the option, but looks like it's going to break just now. So that is GU. Now, last but not least, let's quickly move on to NAS, then I'll say g'day to all. I just want to get it done before London Open. NAS looks the exact same as all the majors right now. The exact same. And it's currently pulling back a bit. So looking at the weekly, began forming a strong, very strong bearish candle. Big sell-off today as well, but obviously we pulled back, bouncing back. So strong bearish candle, looking to the left on the, once I go down to my time frame, see where we could potentially form another resistance to head back down, looking to see what levels we could pull back to. On the daily, have no need to break our own high. Exact same scenario as GU. So I'll be marking that in. We were to continue bearish. On the 4 hour, structurally bearish as well. Daily was also structurally bearish. That is the current daily candles high. 4 hour bounced off. Not really much to the left, to be honest. Does have potential room to the downside. Gonna be tough to draw in zones based off the 4 hour. I'm just gonna mark in the resistance and see what I've got once I go down to the M30. So technically bearish, pulling back. What have we got above that previous 4 hour candles high? Let's take a look once I go to 30-minute time frame. Yeah, I'd be waiting for the pullback, in all honesty. And I want to the exact same analysis as GU, guys. Above this level, it doesn't technically flip back bullish. That's the difference in this and GU on the M30. But I feel if we begin to pop above it, the resistance just above the current daily candles high, got some clean traffic to the left. So I'd be looking for buys above 1745.80 if it were me. And I'd pretty much be looking for sellers anywhere below it as upon confirmation of rejection. I'll just put it up here, but again, I'm looking to see potentially we could reject a little bit below that. So I'm just going to put sells below. Further sell options below support formed at the current daily candles low. So sells below at 0.2. And that is basically NAS. That's simple. I mean, only other thing I would consider, if we do just begin to consolidate a bit and then we pop above the consolidation, close above it, be buy options at that point there. The other option, sorry guys, it's a bit clean GU because you got a support formed at this point here, 17,213.70. So if that's to be the case, and we are to continue bullish now, we should not pull, if we do pull back to retest this support, we should respect this support, not need to pop below it. And therefore, if we start to pop below it, get closures below it, preferably on a 30, NAS, I think the 15 is almost sufficient enough. And if we do get the closure below, I'd be interested in selling it below that point there, 17,213.76 to be exact, for sell options below the support formed on the most recent pullback upon creating a lower low. So that is NAS. Hopefully that makes sense. And I'll get to you guys in a chat shortly. The focus now. Well, they're both looking promising. I'll have to wait and see. Just give me 2 seconds, guys. I'm just going to send a quick message. Yeah, so we'll wait and see. Meantime, good morning, Bilal, welcome. Franco brother, Lau, good morning to you. Sammy, morning. Sean, good morning to you. I'm at work right now, listening, looking, all good, man. Good to have you. I'll have a look at the chart in a second. Hit like button, that'd be great. Christopher, good to have you on stream again. Happy Friday to you. Sheikh Sami, good morning from Pakistan. Good morning to you. Leon, good morning to you, my friend. And Tony, hope you're well, brother. So let me have a look, Sean. Thank you for sending in the chart as per usual. All right, depending on price, how it reacts, this is my plan. All right, so you're looking for rejection of resistance or confirmation of support forming, or a buy, or rejection below support. What's this on GJ? And using the alley. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yep. So then that's what you need to look for. You need to look for confirmations as well at those levels. So yeah, I think they're pretty good levels to look for trades. You just need to patiently wait. Thank you for the sub. Ghost Trader, how are you, brother? Good to have you on the stream. So I have a quick look through your manual. Wow, you have put some hours into that. Looks amazing. Can't wait to really get stuck into it. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate the kind words. So that is the course, guys. The course. Tony was a lucky winner of the PDF version, which doesn't include the video content, but it's still really good. So the course is, it's all the content there is there. It's pretty much complete. If anyone is interested, send me an email and I'll get back to you about the details. Sure, nice one. Go Australia, been mega busy, man. Back to trading full time, so I'll be a regular here soon. Nice one. Nice one, mate. Want this thing to sink. Tony, well worth the guys, so much content in there. I appreciate it. Yeah, put a lot of effort into it. It's taken me a long time. I'm still constantly updating. There'll always be updates. Just trading always evolves the way I trade, and that and the way everyone should trade it. Learn on the job. Vish, ready to buy gold? Yeah, possibly. Is this the liquidity grab though? Prior to London Open, before maybe the news overnight gets filtered in and it maybe drops? Who knows? Have to wait and see. When do you enter? I enter once I get the right confirmation. Depends what his candle closes. And if it makes the move within this candle in the next 3 minutes and hits this resistance, then there won't be any entry. Just need to wait. So if this candle closes as is, have we got a retest? Not yet, so buy limit order is a little bit risky, seeing it's London Open, and it could just pull back and not continue up. It may just bounce off it. Or it may just reject and sink below. So what I rather would have wanted to see was maybe a 5-minute closure above, then the tap, a little bit of a tap in, not necessarily closing back bearish. And then I trust that we're holding this level to look for a limit order on the new candle opening up, bringing its upper wick, pulling back, tapping in, and then rejecting. But now I'm likely just going to have to wait for continuation buys. The limit order could be an option. Just depends what this closes. I may go for a small entry, layer in, small limit order at the high of this resistance consolidation we're just breaking. GJ is not as much margin, so I'm probably going to focus on gold. Now the issue, what is the issue on gold? Stop loss would be about 30 plus pips if you're looking for a limit order, and it looks like it's just going to make the move right now. So that's my advice. Ben, how are you, brother? How's your head this morning? I'm surprised you're even awake at this ghostly, godly hour for you after your night, mate. So that's an effort. It deserves a round of applause, to be honest. Fish 23.91, 23.94. What for entries? That could be another potential entry point, but yeah, gold's just making a move now. I don't trust coming from consolidation. This is just bullshit. It could have rejected at any point. Why didn't this candle make the move? For instance, it broke this resistance. So that's why I choose to wait out, and I can accept the fact that it may just go and I'm not in it. That's fine. I've just got to charts anyway, guys. There is no rush. There is absolutely no rush. How far have we got on GJ? About 15 pips. 5 minutes showing signs of exhaustion. Just gonna wait a little bit, to be honest. You must be a professional, man. Woke up, what? Oh, yeah, you're well prepared, aren't you? I'm sure. All good. Yeah, man. Busy day, but things are not bad. So, sure, new J possibly for sales. I'll take a look after London Open. Fish, gotcha. No worries. And also Friday, yeah, it's been a good week, guys. I'm not in a rush to blow a good week, and I would never ever take that entry. Not in a million years. Not the way that candle closed. So this is all good. It's not my cup of tea. It's not my trade. So I'm ready just to let it do its thing. GJ buy limit, is that an option? Well, not anymore. Let's pop straight up. Yeah, I'm not chasing that. Not chasing that, and it's not necessarily at a level that I want to do the cowboy sell entry. It has to be in my gray zones. So I'm just going to wait this one out for the time being. Ben, crazy night charts by the looks of things. Yeah, obviously with some new news filtering through overnight, but or your time, daytime, my time. But it's everything is retraced basically the whole move. Even bloody EU is retracing again. But that's all good. What's gold up to? All right, could we get a little pause on gold and maybe the 15? Sure, 40 people, come on guys, hit likes. Yeah, I don't expect much on today because I start late and being on Friday. But yeah, it would be nice. Just hit the like button. Let's let others know I am on stream. It's the only way to get the content out there, to let people know and push me up the rankings. Just help a brother out, that's all I ask. Especially because it's a new channel. I need to build those subs. Ghost Trader, yep. Thank you. Exactly. And share is what I think people... I agree. Thank you. Young Bulls, hello to you. I'm all good, my friend. How are you? Christopher, do I do Bitcoins? I do not do Bitcoins, but I can look at Bitcoins and it's Bitcoin. This is one of those things where the market goes into a bit of shock off the back of breaking news, and often what you see is that it will retrace that whole move very quickly, and sometimes with more volumes they pick up liquidity from a level where technical level where traders may have orders prepared for entries, and it bounces off certain levels. So Bitcoin is doing so at the moment. I think Bitcoin isn't halving, or hasn't it just been, or is it coming up, something like that? So it could bounce prior to it and then reject. Young Bulls, bro, where are you? I am from India. My name is Javam. Nice to have you. I'm from Australia, my friend, in Melbourne at the moment. Sammy, trader, stay away from Bitcoin until halving finished. Yeah, I have no intention of getting involved anyway. Christopher, star this weekend. Not sure what that's in reference to, but you're talking about Bitcoin. All right, what can we do with GJ? Not selling it as it flips. What's GU up to? Same. EU is probably the same. Come on, you bastard. Reject. Yeah, so what I probably want to see now is a bit of a pause. Gold maybe a pullback for potential buys above 23.85.30. Or even if we pause here and even close the 30-minute a strong candle. So the 15 closes a weak bearish candle, and then we engulf it, then we can look for that little interruption play. Semi-trade liquidity sweeper this weekend, halving is tomorrow. Oh, all right. I would say it goes up and then drops. That's what I would say. We'll go up today into tomorrow, and then they're just, market's likely just going to dump the crap out of it. Christopher, yes. Okay, Bitcoin to start the weekend. So now what could be a option if it presents on gold is if this candle closes bearish. Not necessarily interested in taking impulses or breaks on the next 15-minute candle. But if the next one closes bullish engulfing, then what I can look for is a buy limit order back of the high of the bearish candle, and that's essentially a pause within price action. Grabbing small orders, we've engulfed it, wiped that pause candle out, and what I want to see happen, and what often does happen, is the new candle pull back, tap into that high and begin to reject. And that is where I likely, well, that is where I would put a limit order in anticipation. It's going to tap in, grab a little bit more liquidity, bounce off that level, flip, and head off on its merry way back up towards a current daily candle high. It would not surprise me one bit if gold ends up back up near the high prior to MY even, or during it. I think it's definitely an option. Yeah, so the 15 is forming a resistance at previous resistance here to the left. So I need a closure above it. So that will tie in perfectly with that little pause option that I just spoke about. Young bulls, I am trading in India market, but today market is sideways, getting boring. Oh, okay. It happens. I mean, markets don't always trend. I have to go through phases like gold as well here, where it consolidates, impulse up, back on news, retrace the whole move. Christopher, do you trade Asian time or just London? Sometimes I trade Asian, not every day. Usually it might be a Wednesday or Thursday. I'm not sat here purposely on the charts for it. Like I'll be doing other work on the computer with my whatever it is, coaching course, some editing, thumbnails, all that stuff. And if I see something, I plan ahead, and I see something, and I consider it for sure. Now the markets are a bit crazy at the moment. BJ is trying to pump again. Still don't have a tap in. Yeah, I'm not comfortable with JJ. Let's see if we reject though. Young bulls during the Asian session. Okay. Come on, guys. Do me a favor. Hit the like button. It's only 13. That is simply not enough. Wow. Markets are a bit crazy at the moment. Sean, G looks like it's heading up nicely to the area. Yeah, so interesting now. See if it rejects. I'm not interested in just buying above without any sort of exhaustion. It's come from the lows. It's traveled around 40 pips. So from these lows, so I'm not interested in any buy above. Even if this candle pops closes above, I'd want to see a bit of consolidation, respect this level, maybe a nail later or something. I'll be ready to continue. But I wouldn't trust it without any sort of exhaustion. So trader gold is heading up to fill fair value gap. Not the best channel to ask about fair value gaps, but I think yeah. What time frame is that? Yeah, it's a fair value gap. I just call it clean traffic. Could do so. Christopher, yes, the market seems to start more early today. Yeah, it's off the back of breaking news. That's what it was from. Bulls yesterday, new market give very good move. It give 12 times return, but I missed the move, and today I came and did overtrade. Okay, were you trading based off emotions because you missed your move yesterday? It sounds like you may have been. If that is the case, you need to realize that you can't take revenge out on the markets because you're just going to get humbled. You need to simply have a plan, create some rules, and wait. That's all you do. As per the title of this channel, analyze, confirm, and trade. So you analyze and where you want to get involved in a trade, what you want to see. Confirmation, confirm is what you want to see at those levels. So what type of confirmation you're looking for, the bullish candle, bearish candles, engulfing candles, liquidity candle, whatever it is. And then trade. Once you get that, you execute. Once you've got all those confirmations and you ticked off all the others, you have boxes, then you can consider taking a trade. Yes, correct. That is 100% correct. That's how I do it here. So I mean, look at the markets today. You don't see me sitting here saying, oh, I've missed the move up, missed the move down. Gotta get involved. Don't have to get involved. You get involved when the timing's right. Yesterday, guys, a lot of you already knocked off. What time? We got the trade at about 9:15 a.m. UK time. I was actually about to call stumps, to be honest, on the stream, and I saw something on gold and it was perfect. So you wait, even if it takes 2.5 hours, 2 hours and 2.75 hours, whatever it was yesterday. You just have to wait for your confirmation. If you wait, you're more likely to be rewarded. That's what I believe. It's what I preach, what I teach the guys that I coach. Trade, what I like about you that your stream is not too long and you take limited trade until you got confirmation. Better be safe. Yeah, that's the best way to go about it. I mean, streams go from anywhere between an hour and a half to about almost 3 hours some days. But again, doesn't mean I'm guaranteed to take a trade. This week I've been trading a lot. Actually, I gotta remove that. Sorry, that was from yesterday. Trade's taken. And a gold break even and a gold win. I actually secured more than that here. A little bit more. When I looked at my MetaTrader. So this week we've taken about 5 or 6 trades on stream. I think it's 3 wins, 1 or 2 break evens, and 1 loss. And the loss was a very well managed loss, which some actually got a win from in the end. Christopher, do you trade with your own money or do you have a found a company? No, I trade with my own money. Working on things though. Working on a few things. and we'll see how that all goes. I do have something, but yeah, that's, some of my mates know of it, but that's yeah, not for right now anyway. Young Bulls, can I DM you on Insta? You're more than welcome to DM me on Insta. If anyone else wants to follow me or send me a message, you're welcome to. Always reply. Christopher, you're passing challenge right now? Okay. I hope it's going well. The gold 15 is closing. Yeah, it's not a great close. I would have rather that pause. I really would have rather a pause. Got on the 5 minute, but there's no significant engulfing candle right now. We're still just offering above that level. If this candle closed a very strong bullish candle, I may have considered limit order back at the high of that bullish candle, but it's not strong enough. I'm just waiting, guys. There's no rush. Been a cracking week. I think personally I've had 4 wins and 1 loss and 1 or 2 break even, something like that it was. PJ looks very similar to GJ. See what happens on GJ. I mean, if it pulls back, maybe it pulls up a little bit, taps into at 127.30 sort of level, maybe form a support just below that level. When it starts to pop a lot, there could be potential options to sell it back down. Otherwise, let it close strong bullish, and maybe if we pull back, give us our signals and price action, maybe buy it above 121.80. That could also be the option. Alright guys, 50 viewers. Let's get likes up to 30 or 40 first time. Once again, sorry to hop on about it, but I am a new stream, so it's the only way to get the content out there. That and subscribing obviously helps, and really thankful to everyone who has subscribed, because that's flying. That's gone through the roof. I think this week alone is like 100, around close to 150 or 60 new subscribers this week, which is pretty big. Young Bulls, alright, I'll look at it later this evening my time. So we're seeing on GJ, have we just grabbed some more liquidity at the open, and are we going to continue with the move to the downside? This is one filthy daily candle. Christopher, are you ever thinking to have an invested company? Are you talking about a prop firm challenge? I'm not too sure what you're referring to, my friend, to be honest. gold is retracing. I just see it on my MetaTrader, so there you go. That's why I wasn't interested in any impulse entries. Now I'm just patiently waiting because there could be options back at 23.85 potentially. Body is absolutely aching from the gym the last few days. Oof. The cooler weather conditions in Melbourne hasn't really helped, to be honest, but so I think it was Sammy Trader mentioned about fair value gap. Well, if that is the fair value gap, it's tapped in, it's rejecting it, so. But I have no idea how they work. Where do you place an order? Is it halfway in or something? I have no idea. Let's keep an eye on gold. Christo means if you have thought about having an investment company, invest money of other people. You're talking about trade for other people. I think that's what you're talking about. Nah, I've done it in the past, to be honest. It's never a really comfortable thing, because especially if the person isn't as familiar, or they're not familiar at all, it's even more difficult. But if it's someone who's probably doesn't understand how you trade, and they might get a bit nervy if they're watching you, then it's not easy. It's never easy. I'd rather just have full control, where I'm not questioned. I'm not just me knowing that I'll get there, or always end up in profits at, you know, after the week or whatever. You're allowed to have a loss. So I don't like to be answerable. I know what I do works for me, and it should work for everyone else, but they just have to let me do my thing and not butt in. That's the only issue. Young bulls, do you take any one account to trade? Never. Do not take anyone. Don't take anyone's account to trade. No, I don't recommend it. But people will invest. I've had my family throw money at me, and I did really well with it, to be honest. But we all we did it for a reason. Withdrew the cash. Yeah, and now it's just my little old account. But when I do fire up in the Discord, especially there will be separate sections. It will be for free at the beginning, but eventually there'll be separate sections. Part of the paid section will likely include some signals. What am I saying? Gold now? Oh want to see what happens. A little bit more data. If we pull back and form support above 23.85.30 roughly, or if we engulf on the next 15-minute candle, then I could look for that limit order back in the high of the bearish candle. That could be the entry. Just need to wait and see. Close, then come up next 15. Yeah, kinda. Come on, guys. Friday love. Give a brother, show the brother some love. Only 20 likes. It's just not good enough. I've done giveaways twice this week. We've caught some ripping trades. Lend a brother a helping hand and just hit that like button. It takes 2 seconds. How's German 40? Reacting similar to Nas German 40. Actually looks very similar. Bearish on the weekly, bearish daily, bearish 4 hour. Bit of a pullback, bearish M30. Yeah, this is very similar to Nas. German 40 could be some good sell options on the next 30-minute candle. This one closes bearish engulfing. Got a minor support on 15. It's a doji. It's closed back bullish. So if it closes below it, I'd be interested in sells if I was trading this instrument, which I'm not. So I've been watching Shogun on Disney. That is a cracking series. Highly recommend it. Shogun. Wow, GJ ripping, so that means this brick is ripping. Yeah, it's worth it. All right, let's see. JJ's at an area of rejection just now. Let's see if it does reject. Let's have a look at Forex Factory as well, to see what they're saying. So this was the breaking news 5 hours ago. That's why the markets shit the bed. Oil went flying, gold went flying. So airstrikes conducted on targets in Iran by Israel, obviously. Bit of tension there. What I understand is if it's was risk off, and now people are more accepting to go into more riskier currencies and assets. I mean, even NAS is bouncing, and what even happened? Even if it wasn't as serious as what they said it is, like obviously apparently it hasn't done as much damage as what people were reporting, whatever, some media outlets. It's still a bad sign that, you know, full-scale war could break out at any point. So I would have thought the markets would be shitting the bed right now, absolutely shitting the bed, but obviously not. Tough time. It's really hard to know what to make of things, to be honest, because I would expect the Aussie, the euro, even the pound to an extent to just be shitting the bed right now. And gold, obviously, to go up. The US dollar should be flying through the roof. Let's have a look at Dixie. I reckon it would have pulled back a fair bit. Yeah. Gold and the Dixie heading in the same direction. It's a little bit unusual. Thank you for the sub. All right, so gold has closed with close to that previous resistance. Is it going to react or act as support? Not interested in buying it as it flips because we've not really yet tapped into it. So rather that tap in. Yeah, I'm just chilling, guys. No rush. There is no rush to jump into anything. How's the week been, guys? Let me know. Fill me in. Talk to me. What has been going on? Has it been a good week? Have you done stupid things on the charts? Have you been well behaved? Anyone find a new girlfriend? Anyone find a new boyfriend? Talk to me, guys. Anyone get rid of the old one? Who knows? Sure, great week for me. Nice one. Except from that Monday. That's all good. You bounce back. That's a good sign. Thank you for the subs. Sammy, you try and get rid of the old one. Good luck to me. Yeah, been a while to do that, to be honest. Eventually did it and got the one that I always wanted. So she's a lovely lady. My sweetheart. I should tell her she has to watch now. 1 hour into the stream. Some of you may have seen her on the Instagram stories from over the last few months when I was obviously enjoying myself over there, but Sheikh Sami, we grew up, we did. Everyone got a few days older, didn't we? Christopher, I'm passing to Challenger 1. It's 5% of 200k. Okay, so you got 2 challenges. I wish you all the best, my friend. Just be really strict with it. Don't give into pressure of it, because what I often find, a lot of guys that I know who do have funded accounts and that, the challenges, but prior to it, they're consistent enough and to actually take the leap and give it a go. But then when they've got a target on their head and they've got some restrictions as to what they can do, they shouldn't be breaking like 4% of a day either way. That's over leveraging, over risking of a day. So if you're doing that, then you probably don't deserve to have an account. And all of a sudden, just when they get under that environment where they've got that around them, where they have to meet certain requirements, they just lose the plot for whatever reason. So just be careful not to do that. Sean, bro, was talking about pickup trucks. Do you know this one? Ford. Yeah, definitely know that. Definitely, it's a big ass motherfucker. Excuse the language. Yeah, it's nice. To be honest, I just like even a just a Hilux, or well, I've got a Hilux overseas. I love new Ford Rangers as well. F-150, they're just too big. Christopher, and the other 1% positive of 100k. Okay, it's a good start. Stephen Gregg, is instant gratification a problem for you? Do you have this problem? I mean, in general, not just in trading. Instant gratification. Sorry, not insta. I was thinking, what's Instagram got to do? No, not for me, to be honest. No, I don't think I do. I'm a very humble guy in that. I don't. No. I don't know. I think it affects most, but not for me, to be honest. 0.5% each trade I risk. Okay, that's low. Okay, that's not bad. Means you're not going to blow it anytime soon, by the sounds of it. So that's a positive. Sorry, I was just replying to a message. Semi-trader, I'm in a challenge as well because of drawdown and strict trading. It's taking long time to pass. 3 challenges. Worst are the one that give me DXTrade platform to trade. DXTrade, not aware of that. I know of Trade Locker because I know I'm coaching someone who's forced to use that, and they're not. Actually, she said it's a bit better now once you get the hang of it, but sure, yeah, man, I would love that because it can power your house, and also I could power my DJ setup and put it back, but they don't sell it in UK. Oh, really? I'm not sure if they sell them here in Oz anymore, to be honest. There is a Ford factory, I'm pretty sure, in Bangkok, so they're a lot cheaper there, to be honest. Obviously, it depends on currency conversion rates and that, but powerful and quick. Yeah, definitely. Cardi, good to have you on stream, man. Been a while since I've seen your name pop up. Hope you're well. I know you're a busy man. Fish, gold. Yeah, there's nothing right now. It's bouncing off this support. Well, it hasn't even tapped in. We'll have to wait and see. For me, it's best options above the high now. Cardi, love to see your subs grow. Congrats. Thank you. Appreciate it. Subs, likes help get the subs in because likes draw the crowd. And some people who are new obviously might like what I do. And they might sub. So guys, there you go. That's the cue. Sean, I'm using Trade Locker. I like it. I think it's great, just like TradingView does your risk itself as well. Yeah, that's what I've heard. It's got some really good risk management tools, which is definitely of help. Stephen, do you think 0.5 to 1% risk is risk profit is possible if you are very profitable? Risk to reward, you mean? Or risking that percentage, like 0.5 to 1? Look, it is, but the thing is, just depends on what size account you have, obviously, because I mean, it's all relevant. If you got a bigger account, 1% means a lot more monetary rise as opposed to a smaller account. So, but again, it just depends. Also, you know, if you're swing trading on those lot sizes, you're likely to return more, but you're likely to give back more at the same time. Any size. I mean, you could be profitable, but you just would not expect, you know, if just say a $100 account or whatever it is, £100 account, risking 1% to see any massive returns. I mean, it's just reality. That's all. So it just depends on your account size, but you can, you know, compound it, but it takes a long time. But the good thing is there are ways around it these days. So, I mean, even if you've got someone who will like to invest in you, or there are prop firms, so if you can become consistent at what you do, ways now to get access to some funds. You just need to be obviously very careful about it. Cardi, sorry, welcome baby, not so easy to jump on stream every day. I understand. I usually rewatch parts and attack live fun. I appreciate it, my friend. As long as the family are well, that's the main thing. Bros, GJ. Yeah, so GJ rejecting this resistance, which I did say it potentially could do. Now, what I'd want to see. So this is the first 15-minute count. This could present. This is what now I need to wait for. This candle, without making a full move, I want to close strong bearish. So even if it closed as is, roughly, but once it's melt too far, because then you've got no margin. Close like this, and then what I want to see is a little bit of minor support form, a weak bullish candle. That is going to close the M30, looking like so. That will be the M30. That's the two 15-minute candles. And then the entry could be as you create lower high or low on the following candle. Yeah, it's this page is going to retest this resistance. As long as you have the margin, that's the thing. If it just continues to melt now, you're likely not going to have the margin. You're going to have to wait and see how price reacts to 191.80 roughly. See if it forms a support above for potential buy options. You're a scalper, Steve, as am I. Wouldn't mind doing the occasional swing or intraday trading, but for me it'll be the same type of thing, just off the higher time frame. So if maybe the 4-hour is what I look for more so than any other time frame, and maybe the hourly for fine-tuning entries. It's catalyst, but yeah, that's what I'll be looking at. Cardi, would love to see you stream MY. I would definitely be there much more often. Well, I did. Those of you follow me on Insta, put a thing out there. Who would like me to stream some MY sessions? So make sure to follow me and let me know. Do you want me to? Also, I did a ask me anything, ask me questions. So if you want to ask me stuff, make sure you follow me on Insta. Have a look at that story, ask me questions, and I'll happily respond. Shake Sammy, how much equity is good to trade? Gold. How much equity you're willing to risk? That's what the best equity is to trade. You're willing to lose $100. Don't trade more than $100. It just depends on, everyone has different amounts that they can afford to risk. Because you need to go into Franco. No worries, my friend. I hope you're well. You have a good weekend too, brother. I'll speak to you probably later on or at some point. So yeah, like, you need to be aware and cognizant of the fact that every time you enter a trade, what are you going to lose? The potential to risk to lose. Let's just say I was selling GJ right now, stop loss back at these highs, and that was, for instance, 2% of my count. And I'm not saying this is my account size, and this is just, I'm just using this example. And let's just say my account size is 50k. So I'm willing to risk 2% of that 50k on this one trade. Now I've got options to either manage the trade or just let it hit the full stop loss if it goes against me. And that is what you need to be accepting of, the fact that you could lose 2% of that 50k, which is what, that's 1k. And if you lose that, so be it. You're not too bothered by it. So it's just whatever you're willing to risk and lose, what you can afford. G's rejecting that zone, Sean. Okay, yep, G would potentially provide. Speak too soon though. Popping back up. Steve Greg, $100,000 account, risk 1%, take profit 0.5 equals 500. ED and times 5, 4 weeks per month. Imagine it's $1 million account. Yeah, but that's assuming that you're winning every trade or whatever. And it's not. It's just not going to happen. I mean, you might go through winning streaks. I went through a winning streak last year. Well, it was, I think, got up to about 16 or 18, something like that. I think it was while I was streaming in September. But I'm more likely to have like 7 out of 10 wins or 8 out of 10 wins because I manage my trades. And sometimes if I didn't manage it, would have been a win. But I don't like to hold drawdown. And I like to manage my losses, keep them small. Because I know in the long run, my win rate's a lot higher than my losing rate, obviously. If I keep my losses small, it's never going to be an issue. Always the next win will cover the loss. That's what I find. I don't like to lose a full 2% if that's what I'm risking. The max I generally lose is like 0.75. And it's often less than that. It's often below 0.5. Inno, like for this guy, amazing person, haven't joined here for a while, just say hi. Nice to have you here, appreciate the kind words. That would be much appreciated. So GJ, how the 15 close? Shit close. Not what I wanted. That's not a strong bearish candle. Gold. There's nothing yet for me on gold. 30 minutes still open. For me, gold, the next option is back above the high. Back above 23.94 roughly. Sheikh Sami, I have $100 to lose. Should I trade with it? So you're saying your account equity is $100? So that means practicing proper risk management, you shouldn't be really losing more than $2 of it max, I would say. Seeing it's a small account, but no, you should practice proper habits, trading habits from the very beginning. So I would say, look, some people have more of a risk on mind, so they're more risk tolerant and they might choose to risk 3, 4, 5% of a trade. I personally think it's a little bit too much. Most of the time I'm risking about 2%, but I trade fixed lots, so sometimes it'll be a bit more, but I know I'm never ever going to take that full loss. It just won't happen because I manage my trades. Rodrigo, what matters lot is to be comfortable with the loss beforehand. That will prevent negative emotions and prevent revenge trading. Yeah, definitely. That's why, again, that's why I said you need to thank you for the sub. You need to be accepting of the fact that that is what you could be losing every time you take a trade. But it's not reckless, like you just take an entry and place stop loss wherever you want. You obviously do your analysis, and you know, if it ticks the box, that's when you enter, and that's wherever your stop loss is. That's, you're not expecting the market to go back to that level, and you're accepting of the fact that maybe the trade's going against you and you're gonna, you know, lose out, and that's what you're willing to lose at that point. Stevens, so you get out sometimes before it gets to your stop. Yes, I do manage my trades, sometimes I do. It was trade on Monday, I think it was first trade this week. It came within a whisker in the end of my stop loss, but I don't think it would have hit it, and it ended up going to TP. And it just is what it is. I know that sometimes it's going to happen, but a lot of time it gets to a certain point. I have technical reasons to start cutting it, and I know a lot of time it will just take my stop loss out had I not have managed it. For instance, yesterday on gold, took a limit order buy. Just here. No, it's just here, sorry. Was that London Open? It did what I wanted to do. Had a bit of drawdown, not much on this one. Maybe it was a pip or two, wasn't much drawdown this one. And then, oh, actually, I think I had a little bit more. Can't. No, I didn't. It was a pretty quick one. Tagged you in, popped back up. I went to break even, and as soon as it was about to flip, and it pulled all the way back down. So it was a good decision to go to break even, because it melted and would have taken my stop loss out. My original stop loss was here. So that's why I manage my trades. There's a reason for it, and I know it's likely going to, you know, prevent a bigger loss or prevent a loss. Sean, you want to look at taking good setups with good reward and try to take 1 or 2 trades a day, keep your losses small, and if you can make 1 or 2% a week would be 1 or 2% a week would be 8% a month if you get 2% each trade taken. Yeah, but again, I think you guys are worrying too much about all that. Just focus on the trade. Honestly, just focus on next trade. That's what I found. I used to daydream about making all this cash all the time. Like, oh, I'm going to make this percent this month, and that's going to pull my account to this percent. I'm going to do this with that money. You're going to do that with that money. Just focus on the next trade, because sometimes shit doesn't go to plan, guys. Don't put that pressure on yourself. Honestly, it's just unnecessary. Honestly, and since I've done that, it's a massive game changer. 400 plus subs. Yeah, thank you, man. It's been quick, really quick. A lot quicker than what I expected, to be honest. If you have 50% win rate, you will make 8% for the month if you're going from 1 to 1. Sean? Yeah, 1 to 2 risk reward, but how many hold out for that? Gonna have to go soon. Might just close everything as people will be coming into it. All good, man. You take care if that is the case. Yeah, I'll probably chat to you at some point. Steven, so when it does that, why don't you buy more? By all you mean get back into? Sometimes I re-enter if it gives me a right confirmation. Sure, you focus on trade now. Yeah, that's what you should do. Just focus on immediate trade. Christopher, always plan for the weekend. I've just got to help with the family. That's what my weekends are about at the moment. And what is with markets today? How is sentiment like this? I would have thought everything would be dying against the US dollar. To me, it doesn't make any sense. Sure, don't need to trade once you hit 2% for you. Yeah, it all just depends, obviously. All right, GJ, 5 minutes, just under 6 minutes. See how this candle closes. Is there going to be a buy limit order? Sorry, guys. All right, GJ. On a bit of a tear at the moment. Gold back at support. At some point, gold is going to fly. All the bullshit going on, at some point, gold is just going to turn to the upside. Oh, forget it. JJ's making the move. Uh, Shake Semi, can you look at gold? He hit 2385 zone. Yeah, so it's tapped in. But for me, there's no confirmation buy it just yet. What probably likely going to need to wait for is 15 minutes to close. Seeing this is closing almost a bearish engulfing candle. I want to see this. That's what I probably would wait for. And then I trust it because the sells pop back in. This thing's sinking. So I'm not selling it into support, nor am I buying it just because it's at a level. I need confirmations. For us, GJ will head back down. I think it could reject at some point, but it's not ready just yet. So the cheekiest option would be the limit order buy that little high of that bearish candle. That'd be a really risky option. Thank you for the sub. I'm not really feeling impulsive right now, to be honest. Got a few things going on in the background. Yeah, if anyone is interested, buy limit 192.244, the high of the previous candle. Stop loss would be below. Personally, I'm not taking it. I'll call it, but I'm not taking it. That's what you'd be looking at. Stop loss probably the 30-minute. That's what you're looking at, guys. So you're probably triggered in. Not yet. No, you wouldn't be. So if anyone is interested, but I'm personally not going to take it. Taking anticipation, that's the pause. It's going to tap into the high of that candle, bounce off it, gets break even by the time it flips, and then look to target the previous candle's high. By that point, you got probably more than 10 pips on the table. But once again, I'm not in this, guys. Gold. A little bit of a headache. To be honest, guys, I think I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to deal with something. And yeah, starting to get, it's off an evening here my time, so I've got a few things to do. But yeah, that's probably the only thing I can see right now anyway. Nothing is ready. So what I want to see now, if I was to trade into MY, which personally I'm not, I've had a good week, I'm not going to trade into MY today. I want to see price, we're at a level of rejection. This liquidity to the left hand side, this consolidation. So if I was to sell it, I'm looking to see whether we maybe form minor support on a even minor time frame, the M15 at level. We've got it just here. So I want to see close below 192, 170 if I was to look for any sells to take back down. At that point there, you're breaking a minor support. Not only that, you've got rejection of this area to the left hand side. Technically, I think it's still bearish on the M30. Let me quickly take a look at that. So it could at any point turn back over. It is bearish in the M30 technically. Micro trend is bullish, don't get me wrong, but the actual structure itself won't flip bullish until it actually pops above and closes above 192.40 roughly. So that's what I'd be looking for on GJ. Otherwise, just let it, if it just melts, look for buys from lower down, 191.840 roughly. Gold, so now it's popping back down through previous minor resistance of the consolidation. So I'd be now waiting to see how this candle closes. And if it closes weak bullish, weak bearish, preferably weak bullish, just back above, then what may have done is just grab liquidity from this area consolidation, and then you'll be looking to buy it on the following candle. Otherwise, don't be a hero and don't just buy it because it's back down lower. Wait for price to pull back down, because it could come back down to 23.81. Look for it to form a bit of support, and that could be a cue to start buying it back up. As far as the sells, again, still the same level. As long as it consolidates prior to it, pauses, bit of exhaustion, sells below 23.78.70. Otherwise, upon the pullback, we continue to reject form resistance at this point here just now. We continue to pull back and reject that level, and that could be acute. Also look for sells, and that's below 23.92 roughly. Buys above the most recent resistance does make sense. Playing traffic to the left at that point, there would be a good chance that it could come up to retest the current daily candle size. So buys above 23.93, that it will, if that is to eventuate 23.94 roughly. So yeah guys, I think that's it. All in all, been a really good week. Stream wise, been a really good week. Trade wise, I appreciate all the support guys. If you could one more time hit the like button on the way out. Do make sure you follow me across all the different social media outlets. That's how you get updates, that's how you get free educational content. All the links to those are down in the description below. Also, if anyone is keen or interested about coaching or the course, do send me a message. I will kindly get back to you. I make things affordable, so don't be afraid to ask. Yeah, and otherwise guys, do have a good weekend. I think there's high impact news to come for this evening, or my time this evening. No, there isn't. That's pretty smooth, clean sailing now till market close. But do trade safe nonetheless. Don't give back hard-earned profits from the week if you are in profits, and don't chase losses if you are in a drawdown. Just stick to the plan. Sharif, thanks. All good, my friend. Hope you've enjoyed it. Everyone else, do take care. Once again, trade safe, and I'll catch you guys Monday at 6:30 AM UK time. Until then, cheers, my friends. Also, keep an eye out for a trade recap video to drop over the weekend. Likely do one again, so look out for that. Until then, cheers, my friends, and bye for now.